Mobola Sandram. I have with me in the studio Fuhad Sahid. And the focus for this morning is saying hello. All right. Well, if you're watching us via YouTube or Facebook, I'm sure you would have seen him say hello to the camera, which is, yes, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Okay, so the focus for this morning, we're taking it from the major headline of the Nation newspaper, which says, Obasanjo, I have no preferred candidate but a national agenda. So we're going to look deep into what exactly, do you think the intent and purpose of Obasanjo is going to meet with former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar in Mina, and also going to meet Ibrahim Babangida, also a former head of state. And also, he met with Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi at the State House in Enugu yesterday. So aside from the fact that I think they're all back from the political London summit. All right. But then what do you think would be the intent and purpose of former President Olusegun Obasanjo going around to meet these people? That's one. And then another thing is the fact that he said he has no special candidate for next year's presidential elections, which is interesting, going with, the action of which he held Peter Obi's hand to go meet Wike.
According to reports, yeah.
There are pictures for it. Don't be mischievous. There are pictures to prove this.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so he went with Peter Obi to go and meet Wike in the UK. We don't know what the discussion or the discourse was. Yes, that we don't know. But then we know that he went there. He was there. He went to meet with them. So Obasanjo has been doing consultations, and I'm wondering, this national agenda, okay, fine, you don't have a preferred candidate. He has said time over that he's a statesman. Is not, partisan, so he shouldn't be ascribed to any political party. Yeah. Okay, but this national agenda that he is that he wants to
he's not talking about
suggest or advise or push forward, I don't know, or that he's talking about now, that he said it will be made public soon. What do you think? Should he be, someone who should be discussing national agenda? Let's also look at the fact the people that he went to go and meet, the former heads of state, Abdulsalam Abubakar and Ibrahim Babangida. Should these people, this crop of people, be the ones to determine the national agenda come 2023? Or do you think we should actually trust them? Like, you know what? I think the best thing for this country is this.
So they're experienced enough to set agenda for us.
Yeah. To trust ourselves enough to set change. We're desperate for a change, and exactly.
So maybe Nigerians are not themselves. So these leaders can help. What I need to say on this particular issue, one after the other. So Joe, even from right Babangida 8 years era, a lot of baggage is too on him. I found all the problems. Like I said, look, if you now ask him how knows the solutions to the problems in practice.
Article of PDP. Do you think that at this time they have listened to them and they're like, I think we need to step in at this point? You always say something and whip them back in shape. So if all of these past, leaders have heard from these three and look up to.
That's where I stand this morning, Sandra. And I'll end this conversation with that. I can't look up to any of these leaders. I'm sorry. So I'm undecided on that too. We are just hoping that out of what we have now, there's a miracle will happen. But any of this,
Yaradua would have done very well.
I was thinking you mentioned Abacha,
our great ancestor.
but honestly,
what people have to say about this national agenda. Also, not forget that Obasanjo saying that he doesn't have a being behind somebody. He was the one that held Yaradua's phone call, and he was also strongly behind. And then you come forward in 2022 now and saying that you don't have a preferred weeks. I'm talking of Ibrahim Babangida. I'm talking of Abdulsalami Abubakar. These are past former heads of states, who have led the country one time or the other in the past. So should we trust them, with this national agenda that that's going to be made public soon. And, aside from the fact that, okay, based on passing there, but then let's also look at a pro of it. These are past leaders. They have experience. They have met with the three major contenders. They have listened to them. They know the issues of Nigerians.
So they may be able to set the right agenda for us.
To set the right agenda. Do you think we should trust them? All right. So look at it both ways, pros and cons. All right. And then also let's look at it this way. Do you think Nigerians, we're capable of setting our own agenda ourselves? We don't want to trust past leaders. We don't want to trust present leaders. We don't want to trust future leaders. We want to trust ourselves because we want to decide our future by ourselves. Do you think that we should trust our own capabilities as Nigerians to choose? Don't forget also, I'm sorry I'm playing devil's advocate, but don't forget also that we set the agenda for ourselves in 2015 by going for change. And here we are 8 years after, we're suffering for that agenda that we may have set for ourselves. So do you think that we're capable of 091 36 000 410? That's the number for you to call, or you can send a fully cut you off once you have
exceeded the 2
shunted. Yes, I know, because some people will be like, no, they didn't do this, let's just let's be focused, okay, and let's be objective with our contributions. All right, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Sandra, how are you? And Fuad.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Barrister Oko.
Yeah, God bless all of you. What of our friend Ademi?
It's fine.
It's fine.
We should have him to.
Okay.
He's setting agendas.
Ademi agenda. That will probably be more reliable than these other ones. Well, you see, this issue of Obasanjo's agenda or national agenda, you see, candidly speaking, Obasanjo, Babangida, and whoever the third person, these people are not the right people to set national agenda for Nigerians, because they are the people that have destroyed this country, especially Obasanjo, with the land use decree of 1982, which placed everything in control of the federal government, the NNPC and everything. Those areas are the major problem of this country. NNPC is the major problem. Unless they unbundle NNPC, the corruption in NNPC is mind-boggling. And then what's his name? Buhari made himself the Minister for Petroleum. Can you tell me one solution or one problem that has been solved by Buhari being a minister? Since he became the minister, NNPC has not worked. Nothing. We know the refinery, we are importing refined petroleum from abroad. The 450,000 barrels, you call it bunkers, which is supposed to be refined locally for the benefit of Nigerians. All of them are not accounted for.
All right. So
yes. So the only solution, the bar, the national bar, these things, people that are going to.
You're done with 2 minutes.
When you want to solve Nigerians' problem, you start solving the problem from your house.
It's very information.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Fine.
So talk and we listen, because all of them who are still alive now should be as the root cause. They're the one that push. The money is not a problem, but how to spend it. Like Joko said, many agenda not pay for Nigeria. In 1999, it destroyed the subject, increased the 72 naira that they are all because they are all who are loading fuel from Nigeria to other countries. It's going to increase the balance the price. Why? So these people, they're going to be queried. But to me, it's unfortunate is that is this Nigeria we make? dollar pounds were 1 naira before. With these people, look, these people, all of them, they don't have to stop to Nigeria, but they are the problem. They are the problem that the Romi told they are the one that the root cause of problem of this country. We will say again about self. You and I should say again about self. Not these people at all.
Good morning. Thank you, Amber. Please turn down the volume of your radio set. Good morning.
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 My name is Mr. Leo.
Please turn off your radio.
Turn off your radio, please.
Turn off your radio, please.
My name is Mr. Leo Iranya.
Mr.
Leo Iranya.
Leo Iranya.
Mr. Leo Iranya, please turn off your radio set.
Okay.
Would you like to call back?
No, I'm calling.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So what I want to say on the matter concerning
where are you calling from, Mr. Naya?
Aya. Olodi Apapa. Olodi Apapa.
Okay. All right. Carry on.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that the time this Obasanjo was told as a president, it doesn't go around to all the states like this. And why meeting all these people now? They know what they are doing. Because they have handled this country, and the country wasn't good up to now. They are trying to cover their sin. They want to cover what they have did. They want to support people, and they tell people what to do. The country will continue going wrongly. So when you marry a person, when you marry a woman, no person will tell you how you make your house. Therefore, anybody who wants to enter there as a president, before you start off saying they want to be president, you know what is inside him to what to do. So Nigeria will good. So also where they mentioned Obasanjo, Babangida and the rest, they have ruled this country, and we are not saying okay, because it's really bad. So we have somebody who will be disciplined. Each some of them will be handled, so that if and put law. Anyone who fall for somebody, it doesn't mean either you're president or you're senator or you're governor. That person will face the music. So that's the problem. I'm not supporting anything agenda. Let everybody stand there and say this is what Nigeria wants. And let them do fuel for gas. We are suffering of them.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, Prince Wise.
Thank you for what that London Summit. That's the first. We name them, we know what they can do. But Baba is no more having Nigeria. But only Baba is the full champion. So you what today, they need him in Africa, they need him. You know what you can do? He was the champion apartheid to fight apartheid. So now, and Nigeria is a suffering country. We gain our independence for our colonial master. Why you are not taking Nigeria matter to London? That's my difference against Baba himself. He did himself. I followed him to London. If Baba in Nigeria, you can call this way to your palace in Abeokuta. Say, hey, all of you, I want to see. Only Babangida can come to you. Because for the past years, I never see Babangida moving out of the house in Imina. So, what I'm talking about? You are now okay, that money, the money, if it is personal money, past study, why can't you share to some of us? Share to less people in Nigeria by taking your matter to us. The matter you have in London, what is discussed in London, is the matter settled? You know, you, including myself, are fighting for one Nigeria.
Thank you.
Nigeria, finally, as you are having meeting today, you must call up your strike.
It's okay from Prince Wise. Thank you very much. We appreciate. And Prince Wise is more upset with Obasanjo over traveling.
Now why did he have to go to London?
Hello.
Hello, it's okay. It's okay.
Engineer Femi Onosanya. Good morning.
Coming from my church.
Good morning.
We are going to decide by ourselves. 1994, my friend sent one small picture to him to go and open. That if you can meet these three people, now open the picture gradually. To my greatest surprise, 3 solid members, Babangida, later. He said these are the people controlling Nigeria. Now, if you don't know, you know. Get them, they will get you to the London. By choose by themselves. Before it was by God. Why INEC now coming this year that we
not go? They said
no to campaign now. To campaign. Why?
It's
Good morning, Abiola.
set their agenda in 2015 and then failed, and here we are. I was discussing with somebody this morning, and I said, before Jonathan left office, now the reverse is the case. I just feel somebody like me, nobody will come and punch on my brain and telling me this is the way to go. I already have my own candidate, really. In 2015, I was speaking with my friends. I told them that he just said this man that just came here saying, yeah, we do this, we do that. Yeah, where are we now? I have my own candidates. I don't think anybody can dictate for me as we speak like this. So I don't know what Baba is talking about. Well, Baba is a elder statesman, so they can have their meetings and all. But I have my own candidate. So I think the best thing for everybody is just to think. I know presently we don't really have somebody who can, but at least nobody is perfect. We still have somebody that we know, okay, with this one, let's just try this one. We can still try with this and that. So that's just my opinion this morning.
All right.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Abiola, for your contribution. Okay, so let's move to messages and then we'll come back to taking phone calls. You're on to Mainland 98.3 FM. It's Mainland Focus. And the focus for this morning is Obasanjo saying he has no preferred candidate, but he has a national agenda that will be made public very soon. And it's interesting for him to say that when we know that last week he took somebody's hand to go and see somebody in the UK. I'm not saying anything.
You didn't know what they discussed?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Maybe somebody is owing somebody. He went to collect money.
They traveled out of the country.
Anything can happen.
To collect.
Did you know what they discussed?
It's okay. Good morning. OBJ is playing petty politics. Obama openly supported Joe Biden, and he's saying, I don't have a candidate. He should mention who he wants Nigerians to vote for. If he really wants good things to happen to Nigeria, tell us who to vote for. I will not rest until Leah Sharibu gains her freedom. Ignore OBJ. And that's Moses Ebong from Festac Town. Thank you very much, Moses Ebong. Good morning, Milan crew. I think I have to go with Fuad's statement saying it will be of great opinion if the national census proclaiming be suspended due to insecurity, or the purpose might be defeated. And that's Olawale from Iju. Thank you. Good morning. My name is June. Abia is owing state civil service 1 year since 2014. It took Ikpeazu 7 years to complete one overhead bridge in Aba.
Honestly, we need to look at Abia State.
And there
have been series of misgovernance in that state. And they've not been lucky.
He's part of the people that are looking for a better Nigeria in the London political summit. Yes, so he's working really hard. So just give him time. Good morning, Mainland FM. If Obasanjo and IBB can set the agenda for 2023, it will be a good move because both of them know how the problem started, and I hope that they will also know how to solve it. And we Nigerians should also be very careful and ask them what their agenda is. Chinedu from Orisumbari. Obasanjo has already said it that the agenda will be made public.
Yeah, we're waiting.
So we'll wait for that to happen. We also have Hi Mainland FM. Our leaders are selfish for not okay enough to hold your meeting. Why must it be in the UK? Every past leader has at least 5 skeletons in their cupboard.
Really?
He has seen
Not
them.
more?
He has seen them. He said at least.
Okay,
at least.
So.
But as the proverb says, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed is the king. So let us hear what they have to say. Let's make Nigeria great again. Sean from Festac.
Yeah.
All right. And then we also have, I don't know why people, I don't have a name here. There's no name and there's no location. So I won't be able to take your message. You can't take anonymous messages. All right. Thank you, though. Good morning to you all, my fellow Nigerians and Mainland FM. There's nothing like national agenda. Did OBJ remember national agenda when he wanted to go for third term? He brought GEJ, and turned back to destroy him because GEJ was working against his national agenda. He brought PMB with the promise that PMB will fight insecurity. I wanted to finish reading that. Okay. We'll fight insecurity. And where are we today? No, Obasanjo wasn't instrumental to PMB's accession. Let him allow Nigerians to take their destiny in their own hands. He should stop confusing his fellow Nigerians with his national agenda. The Bible says, trust no man, and nobody can cajole me into trusting anyone. I will vote my conscience as God will direct me. Pastor Sunday from Magburo. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Damlola.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Bad, how you doing?
Morning, sir.
Honestly, Sandra, you deserve a journalist of the week. I remember on Friday for PM, then yesterday for what? Honestly, you are very wonderful.
Tell them to increase my salary.
They need to. We have to achieve.
They can hear you.
Another agenda.
But you really try. You really try. And God will continue to renew your strength in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you.
And now, on the subject matter, I wonder why we are looking at this statement of this former head of state. See, a devil, but to me, it's just like a devil promising a paradise.
Are you saying it's not possible?
It's practically impossible. Obasanjo was in power. Okay, Obasanjo farm today. Was it not the farm that we use Operation Feed the Nation there?
We are not sure.
We are not sure. I know, we are not sure. But, okay, IBB, what happened June 12th?
Okay.
What happened to Delegua?
We know that one. No, Delegua, we don't know.
So, all those things. Now, the thing is, whenever they step out to decide, they want to actually plan our future. In fact, these people are not worthy at all. Nigeria will decide what will happen. This time around, we are waking up. The property and the sovereign and everything make Nigerians now to actually come to their senses. We will decide. We will rule. But just to go and sit down now. Baba is old. Why traveling to foreign country here and there? He can collapse along the way. So go and sit down.
He's strong.
I forget. He can see these people should actually leave Nigeria. But they are part of it. They fail woefully when they're in power. Honestly, this time around, they should not come in to tell us what to do. And to me, finally, they want to actually play, a role. Mischievously, I want to say this. They should join our ancestor now, where and send them more money to Nigeria through Western Union now. So at least we can have more money to the government.
It's only thank you, but it's only ancestors that can send money.
I don't know where Damola is coming from.
The great beyond. So let's not go deep. All right, Damlola, thank you. We appreciate. 09136000410. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Alhaji Subair.
Yes.
Okay.
Power, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me just first of all talk about Sandra. You said in 2015, Nigeria. You said we made an agenda by ourselves that we want a change. Yes, we did it because the kind of position we find ourselves
at
is
that
not
time.
by that time. It's not acceptable and it's not expected in Nigeria. In fact, we all know in history, we know how glamorous Nigeria is in the whole world, how palatable, how Nigerian behave, how Nigeria is. But as at that time, we find, look, it's not what we expected. So we decided to make a change. That is what is expected, from Nigeria. And in fairness, the President Muhammadu Buhari, if you remember what he told us that time, he even challenged Jonathan. He said, look, Nigerians, he said, with the fuel you are even buying at 87 naira, you are not supposed to be buying it 87 naira. It's supposed to be lower because of what? We have crude oil, we have refinery. It's a question of bringing the crude oil direct to the pipeline and refine. You understand? So he gave us the arithmetic, the mathematics, and he told us that time what did he do. And Power, let me tell you now, if you have a kind of versatile leader now, Nigeria is supposed to be swimming in dollars with this Ukraine and Russian war. You understand? We're supposed not to be lamenting in terms of our economy. The reverse is the case. So that is the problem we find ourselves. We make a decision because we thought these people will give us what we desire. The Nigerian Republic. And now look at Ibadan Expressway. For 20-something years, people is lamenting on the road. You understand? You see, look, people is lamenting on the road, the national agenda. When Fulani is killing Nigeria, why can't you go and meet, Buhari?
Hello, Band, you have just 2 minutes.
Okay. Please, I don't know what is wrong with this Baba. If Baba is no duty, let God decide for us. They cannot decide for us. They should leave us. Let us decide on our own. they want to come again, to come and deceive us again, it will not happen. They should please just go and sit down.
Okay.
You should remember Babangida as well. God has.
People can always have challenges. Challenges. Eh?
That's very deep.
So.
Hello, good morning.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, on the subject matter, I listened carefully to your presentation, and I listened carefully to subject matter. Look at now. Obasanjo took somebody to London, a presidential candidate, and he was held.
All of them.
Yes, and you know that somebody have said it is my turn, while somebody have also said he have been in this race for the past, I think, this. If you want to have a sympathy, you will sympathize with somebody who have said, who have had the sympathy for that person. The person who have just gone to see him about 2 weeks, Obasanjo is trying to tell you that he's not trying to compensate anybody that is clear agenda. It's time to support those people.
But he just said, but he just said he doesn't have
the problem is you have to lead a lot of things.
Okay.
But
so he's give, and at the long run, you will see that that is what will happen.
It's
his national agenda.
I am waiting. Hello.
Sandra.
Yes.
Okay, even before I think about it, Sandra.
Yes.
Let me call foreign airlines. It is their money.
It's their money.
It is their money that is trapped here. It doesn't belong to federal government. So don't ascribe that to federal government. Please.
Where and how
you just
did I
said
say that? I read the headline. Oh my goodness, Mr. Kangwelina.
Okay. Back to
the
person who has this. Back to the person who say has agenda for Nigeria. I thought this gentleman has retired from politics. He made that very, very clearly. So what is the agenda that he is having? Is he a contestant? Is he a candidate for next year?
He's a Nigerian.
I expected him to sit down like an old man in his Obasanjo library or whatever he calls that place. That that time he collected money from all the governors in Nigeria and built that place.
Yeah, that one we know. We know about that one. Yeah.
Yes, that one is corruption on its own. Let's not talk about that. Now, I expected him to sit down and be reading newspapers in the morning with lenses in the morning and sit down. He's not the only former head of state. This person.
Gawan.
All these people are there. Jonathan is there. All these people, they are not moving about like him. Why do you want to force your agenda on Nigerians? Are you going to tell me who to vote for? Or because they think that we Nigerians we don't have the right or the sense to think of what we want, or we don't even know the candidate that we can vote for. So you want to give us the agenda. As far as you are not a candidate in 2023 election, you don't have any agenda. What kind of agenda are you talking about?
All right, thank you, Mr. Kangwelina. So he's of the opinion that we can't trust. Yes, we can't trust his agenda. All right, let's take some messages at this point now. I salute you all for this morning. How's your morale? Motivational message: the good, the bad, and the ugly are all part of life, and so face the challenges that confront you right now. Think positively. OC morale, to me, should not be misinterpreted. Also, his recent visitations to Babangida and others, to me, in condemnation of his efforts. Nobody is perfect. Personally, I don't think anybody has a personal issue, issues. We're not looking at a person. All right. I don't think that let's stay focused and to look for urgent remedy. The situation is alarming and calls for immediate solution. As for Obasanjo holding Peter Obi's hand, I think he's old enough as a father to do so.
But this is
who is he? That is not true.
No, that's not true.
Gerald Chinedu Igwebe from Ikotu.
No, that's not true.
Who is he? I don't have
Outcast.
That is interesting. Good morning, Mainland FM. My name is Steve Ikelu from Mende, Maryland. On politics, Obasanjo is simply an institution.
Good morning. My name is Femi. I'm calling from Okoba.
Good morning, Femi.
Yeah, so brilliant topic, by the way. I think over time across the globe, there's always this respect for elder statesmen, as we call them. In America, in the national issues, over time, he has written letters. So I think Nigerians over there have myopic in many ways and have short memory. In the sense that when it favors their party, when it favors the person you like, they come to Ireland and speak about things glowing terms. But when it comes to issues that they don't really favor or fancy his talk, it becomes a drama. It becomes a very big piece of drama. So for you coming out to say he has a national agenda, I think if any person has an opportunity to attain this space that Nigeria is at this moment, Olusegun Obasanjo has had an opportunity to rule the country more than any other person.
Okay, so Femi, are you saying that based on, I don't know, based on what you have seen, I don't know what you have seen, but are you saying that we can trust or we should trust?
I'm saying it's just one person in one vote. Okay. And it's another statesman whose thoughts would always come to life, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
It's however unless the people to choose what they want to believe in. And for you, if anyone special candidate, I think Nigerians will ask enough questions. You forget the Lord. Ask questions of candidates that you want to trust. That's what I'm saying.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so back to messages. I think, all right. However, by body language, we know where his heart. Okay, sorry. Steve Ikelu's message continues. Okay. Steve Ikelu is saying, however, by body language, we know where his heart is left for Nigerians to decode the sign language. I don't know.
I don't have time for that.
I don't have time to decode anything. I'm still. Fuad is buying bread for 1,015.
Yeah, I'll be looking at body language.
And I'll be looking.
No time for that.
Good morning, crew. What agenda has Obasanjo got to offer? Are they not the people that brought us to where we are? In his time, fuel increased, ASU went on strike, no more development, even no good road in Ogun State, corruption, etc. Also, even they have brought us here. So Nigerians should please vote with sense in 2023. And that's Dayo. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Bro Fuad, how are you?
Morning, sir.
Good morning. I think when Obasanjo is preparing that the launch of that national agenda, let him include the explanation on why Nigerians do not have electricity up to today. Let me tell you, on my phone now, I just have 8%. It's on red. Since yesterday, there is no light. Obasanjo told us then that if you don't have light for 1 hour, go outside and check. It might be that a pole has fallen down. And he was assuring us that there will be 24/7 electricity. And this is where we are today. So you should prepare that alongside that national agenda. And he will tell us how to go about it.
Okay.
And IBB would also be able to tell us why June 12th was annulled. The fairest election in Africa. Then he should be ready to include that in that book launch. They are coming, national agenda.
It's not a book.
It's not a book.
Yes, I know, not a book. Then Abdul Salam Abubakar should tell us the kind of constitution we are having today. And we explain to us how many prominent Nigerians were brought or elected or selected to come and prepare a constitution for Nigeria, which is what is putting us in this quagmire.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for him to bring it out yet. I will say more, but on this, they must include all those explanations before, otherwise, none of them is qualified. I mean, when you talk of conscience, none of them is qualified to set any national agenda, except they explain those things and reform whatever money has been misappropriated or malappropriated in their administrations. That's what I'm waiting for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is Kazim calling from Ijibo. In transit now, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, well done, ma.
Thank you very much, Kazim.
Uncle Fuad, well done, sir.
Morning, Kazim.
Yes, sir. These are our grandfathers that are setting the national agenda for us. I think one could argue that they are more experienced, they have seen it all, they know the nooks and crannies of government. So if they really have the will to change, they could be pivotal to serious change in this country. So because of their experience, that is if they have the mind. Let's say they have now repented because they all have skeletons in their cupboard as established. So if they have the mind to change, or let's say they never expect the damage to be up to this level when they were doing their home. Now they have change of mind and they want to cause change. So their influence could count in reforming the country. But first of all, they demand acceptance of their wrongdoing and apology. They need to come publicly and say, we know that we have failed you. Please forgive us. we know that we are the genesis of this problem. All of them should come and tender apology. Let's say we could not even hold them accountable any longer, but let them come and apologize and stop taking us for granted in this country. So before we can listen to any of them, we demand apology from them because they are the genesis of this problem. That's what I have to say today.
Okay, thank you very much, Kazim. I appreciate. Unfortunately, that's the last call that we can accommodate for this particular session. All right, but we can wrap things up with a few messages. Someone here is saying the strike should not be called off until every condition is met. Those parents crying that they want their children to go back to school don't understand what we are facing in school, the kind of classrooms and the toxic environment. They don't care. Just fix what you need to fix, and let's know that we're going back to school to a new and reformed sector agenda. Who asked them? Nigerians will decide this time, and no one should come in. That might not become all right. And I also have good morning, Sandra and Fuad. I greet you effortlessly, even the ones all of us are calling our candidate. Mr. Fuad, tell me one major candidate that won't seek the support of the last message that I can also take this morning. We still have other messages, but unfortunately, where we discuss trending stories on the international scene. You're on to Mainland 98.